don't drink no more, man, because I just don't. I got tired of getting my ass beat. I got tired of saying I'm sorry. I got tired of saying, whoa, I did that shit. Because you always do bad shit when you get drunk. You never do nice things. People never wake you up and say, damn, bro, you got loaded last night, man. You cleaned the house, big dog. You were wrapping presents. You read David Sedaris' books to us. Wow, what introduction.
Do that just on stage, or do you do that in public too? Like, no, of course I do the voices in public. I have to make myself laugh. You know, I like doing the voices in places where people can't see me. Like drive-thrus. Oh, I'm evil at a drive-thru, man, except the one by my house, because they know me. I mean, they really know me. I could show up at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, you know. Welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you? Yeah. Let me have... Pull up. I didn't order. Gabriel, pull up.
But I like the racism in New York better. You guys aren't born with it, you know? People don't get racist here until you inconvenience everybody else. I saw this dude, he held up the train. Nobody cared about the color of his skin until he held up the train. He had his backpack on, and his backpack wouldn't let the doors close, but he didn't know it was him, so the doors just kept going, Dino, Dino. Somebody was like, yo, take that fucking sack off or go back to where you came from. What's messed up is that it worked. That dude went straight back to Connecticut.
And I tried to break the tension. I just asked her. That's all I said. I go, hey, where are you guys from anyway? And I could tell that she was on to me. She goes, very condescendingly, she says, I'm from California. If you're asking my ethnicity, I am Chinese. And her husband was just cool about the shit. He was like, I'm Mexican, bro. I said, well, I'm sorry if I offended you by asking, but you're a very beautiful couple. And miss, there's no question that you're going to give birth to the hardest working baby this world has ever seen.
Different people. We're not happy for anybody. A true Latino is never happy when other people do well. Our first instinct is negative. Did you hear Ruben got a job at the hospital? The marihuana? Órale. Pinche marijuana working at the hospital. Shit. I'm gonna call up, watch, hello, hospital? Ruben's a marijuana, over. That way he'll learn.
Oh, man, went to a haunted house in my neighborhood. It cost $20 to get in, $30 to get out. They had cholos in every door scaring you. What's up, puto? You wanna get shot? It was scary, man. Someone socked me in the face. My girlfriend came out with hickeys and a cold sore. Someone stole my sister's baby stroller. Who would do that to a 12-year-old?
Life alert, that's some fucked up shit right there. If you're a white lady and you give your mom a fucking life alert, you just tell her, hey, mom, we've officially abandoned you. So when you fall, nobody's gonna fucking be there to pick you up. That's why you have that place to call. I've fallen. Fucking operator gets on. Hey, listen, lady, this is the 5th time that you have fallen this week. Your husband and your son only paid for 3 falls a week.
You know you're in a good hotel when you get inside of the elevator and it talks. It's one of those, you know.
First floor. Second floor. Third floor.
I'm like, man, she sounds hot.
Fourth floor. Fifth floor.
Oh, yeah. Martina asked me, how far are you going up? I said, all the way. I gotta see how this ends, you know what I'm saying?
You have to enjoy yourself even when you're young every day, because you can fucking get old. A la volada, fuck. I'm fucking new at being old, so I don't really totally get it yet. But when you get old, you won't be able to see shit with your mouth closed. You go look, you go, I can't see the fucking sign. Open your mouth. Now I can see. Fuck.
Kevin could walk around his house and sing All Me, and the whole song would still be true. Got everything, I got everything. I cannot complain, I don't even know how much I really made. I forgot, it's a lot. Fuck that, never mind what I got. And his wife be like, Kevin, come to bed. He'd be like, ho, shut the fuck up. I got way too much. You know how much money you have to tell a girl to shut the fuck up? I have quiet please money at best. I'd have to take a loan out for shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, that's Jay-Z money. And Beyonce got, no, you shut the fuck up.
If you speak a little Spanish, it freaks people out. Oh my God, he's speaking Spanish. You know, don't get me wrong, I like watching Spanish programming myself. Some of the stuff is really cool. My favorite thing are the commercials, because they're always about sex. You don't even know what the product is until like the last 2 seconds. It's always some model walking out all sexy, right? Hola. Ay, qué rico. And on the 28th second, right? Pepsi.
You know, we're just totally opposites. One thing you have to understand about Latinos is that we're opposite of everyone else. And I'll tell you where I saw it. I was in a market and a guy was backing up and he was going to hit a pole in a Lexus SUV. And a guy leaves his cart and runs. Oh my God, hang on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are your rear sensors not working? You almost hit this pole. Oh my God. I ran 86 yards to stop you. I'd get that to an authorized Lexus dealer as soon as I can. If you're looking for sympathy, you're not going to find it in the Latino community. You could be fucking crying. I go, what's the matter with you? Fuck, the doctor told me that I have cancer. You're like, whoo. What's the matter with you? Fuck, I thought you were going to tell me that I had it. Hey, don't be fucking crying and look at me. You got me all fuck. How long did he give you? 3 months. Oh, so you're not gonna be here for Valentine's Day? The fuck is my birthday, Valentine's Day, you're not gonna be here? Why, you don't wanna be here or because the doctor told you you're not gonna fucking be?
I tried to be incognito, but thanks to Shannon Sharp's loudmouth ass, the gig is up. Everybody knows I'll tell. But I don't do no snitching. Y'all know my job. In my spare time, I infiltrate the Illuminati. Look for their secrets. Run back. Tell y'all. And they'll kill me if they could, but I'm too fast, and the Lord keep blessing me. Yep. That's the truth.
Sometimes I go to the bathroom and I sit down and I'm like, oh man, forgot my phone. And I just gotta sit there all bored. I wonder what my phone is doing. I have crown molding? Oh, somebody needs to clean in here.
The guy that I met was 6'8", 614 pounds. Oh, hell no. And he was offended at my show. Not by anything that I said, but because of the fact that now at the shows, I started selling t-shirts. And apparently, I didn't have his size. Keep in mind, I go all the way up to 5X on the t-shirts. And he was like, "You don't have my size." I was like, "Dude, I didn't know they made you." I have up to 5X. I don't have X. The picture of a dinosaur on the back of the tag, you know? My son Frankie is now 19 years old. He likes to sit around the house and watch videos of other kids playing video games. I asked him, "What are you doing?" "I'm watching other kids playing video games." I said, "That's really? Why?" "Well, they're professionals." I'm like, "Why would you watch something that you could be doing?" "Because they're professionals." That's dumb. "Really, Dad? Every Sunday I see you watching football. How come you don't play?" I didn't even argue. I just cut off the internet. The guy that I met was 6'8", 614 pounds. Oh, hell no. And he was offended at my show. Not by anything that I said, but because of the fact that now at the shows, I started selling t-shirts. And apparently, I didn't have his size. Keep in mind, I go all the way up to 5X on the t-shirts. And he was like, "You don't have my size." I was like, "Dude, I didn't know they made you." I have up to 5X. I don't have X. The picture of a dinosaur on the back of the tag, you know?
That's why you gotta pop up on your girl's job sometime, yeah. You didn't know I was coming today, did you? No warning, just walk up in there like that, yeah. Where's she at? Huh? Don't give nobody a chance to say, "Cheryl, your man here." No, I'm up in here. You looking for that work husband. You know who that is? That's the first dude that you say, "You looking for Cheryl?" He's like, "No, I'm looking for you. Come here." Yeah, let me holler at you for a minute. That's just who the Stop buying my wife coffee at Starbucks.
To be honest with you, I've been trying to repair my relationship with the transgender community because I don't want them to think that I don't like them. And you know how I've been repairing it? I wrote a play. I did, because I know that gays love plays. It's a very sad play, but it's moving. It's about a black transgender woman whose pronoun is sadly nigger. It's a tearjerker. At the end of the play, she dies of loneliness because white liberals don't know how to speak to her. Sad. I waited for her to fall asleep. And when I waited a long time, she's Asian. I couldn't tell if she was asleep or not. I was looking at her. And when I was sure she was asleep, you know what I did? I stole the iPhone, took it downstairs and started trying out passwords to see if I could open it. I couldn't figure out the password. Then I remembered it's an iPhone. This shit has facial recognition. I was just like, oh. And that shit opened right up. To be honest with you, I've been trying to repair my relationship with the transgender community because I don't want them to think that I don't like them. And you know how I've been repairing it? I wrote a play. I did, because I know that gays love plays. It's a very sad play, but it's moving. It's about a black transgender woman whose pronoun is sadly nigger. It's a tearjerker. At the end of the play, she dies of loneliness because white liberals don't know how to speak to her. Sad. I waited for her to fall asleep. And when I waited a long time, she's Asian. I couldn't tell if she was asleep or not. I was looking at her. And when I was sure she was asleep, you know what I did? I stole the iPhone, took it downstairs and started trying out passwords to see if I could open it. I couldn't figure out the password. Then I remembered it's an iPhone. This shit has facial recognition. I was just like, oh. And that shit opened right up.
We're different people. Some people won't wait in line. They'll see a line. Oh, God. There is a line. Mexicans won't wait in line. We don't even know what the line's for. Mira la línea, chinga su madre. Go get in line. Go get in line. And once you get in, you let everyone in. Tía, písale, cabrona. They're not gonna get you. Come on.
I saw this comedian one time. He was stereotyping Mexicans. He said Chewbacca from Star Wars is Mexican because his name is Chewie. And he's a mechanic. And he rolls all his R's. First of all, Chewbacca is too tall to be Mexican. If anybody Mexican in Star Wars is R2-D2. His name sounds Spanish, Arturito. Arturito. He even speaks Spanish, Arturito.
I know 50 Cent done made it real cool to be shot. Let me just say, I've been shot before. Ain't shit cool about it. When I got shot, ain't no bitches come out, ain't no music played, nothing. The fucked up part, when I got shot, I wasn't even in the altercation. I'm outside the club watching some other niggas. Look at these crazy niggas. Oh shit, that nigga got a gun, niggas better be good. Bam! Wait a minute, Jesus! Pimp down, 1032, bitch, get the trunk. This is bullshit. I done got blood in my perm, nigga. I'm finna black out. I'm finna All I'm saying, you gotta enjoy your motherfucking life. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Enjoy your goddamn life. Life is fucking short. Enjoy that shit.
This girl laid down on the grass and opened her legs, and all the mosquitoes died. A hornet's nest fell out of an oak tree. 2 wild dogs fell out. Oh, God. Years ago, girls didn't smell like they do now. I swear to you, they got stuff now, girls. They got douche powders with different flavors. You've tasted them, fellas. Yeah, different flavors. My old lady bought some. Tuna. At least, I hope it was tuna.
Don't drink and drive. That's what they say. They also say friends don't let friends drive drunk. Well, which one is it? Somebody's got to drive. I was leaving a party the other night and this buddy of mine goes, "Hey Ron, can you drive?" I was like, "I can drive. I can't get pulled over." Now, I won't drive drunk, but I will ride with somebody that can't blow a .08, and I fucking know it. Because .08's not drunk. .08 is a revenue stream for the federal fucking government. That's what .08 is. That ain't drunk at all. That ain't even kind of drunk. This is drunk.
I'm sorry, bro. It's late. I'm tired. Can I have 2 tacos?
What do you mean can I have 2 tacos? I just finished tell you I am not a Mexican. I am Greek. I do not sell taco. I sell gyro.
Gyro? And then I remember seeing writing on the front of the cart, and I just thought it was like the guy's name or something, right? I was like, it spells it out. Gyro.
Gyro.
He got all pissy.
It is not a gyro. It is gyro.
That shit says gyro.
It is gyro.
Bro, I'm tired. It's late. What is a gyro?
It's like a taco. Give me 2.
Americans, we love to vote, but we don't vote for presidents. We vote for things like American Idol. Because that's fun. Voting for presidents is not fun. Voting for American hits, shebang, shebang. That's what they should do for presidents. You know, just put both guys on TV for 1 hour. Call it something catchy like, who's gonna run this? You put them on TV for an hour, let them argue. 30 minutes into the special, you put an 800 number on the screen and say, cast your vote, right? You've reached the presidential hotline. For George Bush, press 3. John Kerry, press 4. Other options, press 5. You don't like either one? Press 5. Please hold. I knew you'd be back.
I came home early from the road. I had a $12,000 suit on because life's been going good. And I got home early and dinner was cooking. You ever come home when dinner's cooking? Doesn't that smell good? And my son saw me and he was like, Dad's home. And he got up from the table and ran over to give me a hug, but he had chicken grease all over his face. So I stepped on him like, yo, my man. Wash these threads, son. This is an expensive suit. I don't want you to get the chicken grease all over me. And he was like, what the chicken grease? Dad, this is duck. A tear came out of my eyes. I never dreamt I'd do so well in life that I'd raise a nigga with duck grease all over his face.
Americans, we speak according to our environment. We change it up, we morph, we adapt. We all have our, for example, we all have our trying to get a good job voice. When you walk in for that interview, you don't sound the way you sound on a Saturday night when you're having a couple drinks. No, you clean it up, you practice in the car, and when you walk in, you turn it on. If you'll check my references, you'll see I'm more than qualified for this position. Please feel free to call Frank Torres. Frank will tell you the amazing job I did for him 2.5 weeks ago. Listen, I'm ready to work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No job is too big, no task is too small. You can count on me. I'm the right person for the job. Please keep me in mind. Thank you so much for your time. And then you get to the parking lot. And you're like, hijo de la chingada, ojalá que me dé trabajo porque no, está cabrón, güey, man. No, I need a job, man. I need a job.
It's a group of women around the whole world, and nobody ever talks about it. And they keep everything going, and they don't never get no credit. We're gonna talk about them and give them their credit tonight. Where's all the fellas in here with an ugly woman? Make some noise. Some people saw their whole marriage go before their eyes. And I trusted you. Oh. Everybody in here with somebody ugly know better. They just staring at me like this. You supposed to want what you need. When you was in the bathroom crying to the Lord, you said, send me the I need. That is the you need. Stop judging people by the outside only. The ugliest people be pretty. Sometimes you need an ugly woman. An ugly woman will save your life.
I had a white guy tell me, he said, Vern, why do black people always use the word motherfucker? Because the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing. You might hear a conversation and it go like this. You seen that motherfucking Bobby? That motherfucker owed me 35 motherfucking dollars. He told me he gonna pay my motherfucking money last motherfucking week. I ain't seen this motherfucker yet. I'm not gonna chase this motherfucker for my 35 motherfucking dollars. I called the motherfucker 4 motherfucking times, but the motherfucker won't call me back. I called his mama the other motherfucking day. She gonna play like the motherfucker went in. I started to cuss her motherfucking ass out, but I don't want no motherfucking trouble. But I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. The next motherfucking time I see this motherfucker and he ain't got my motherfucking money, I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head. And I'm out this motherfucker. I had a white guy tell me, he said, Bern, why do black people always use the word motherfucker? Because the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing. You might hear a conversation and it go like this. You seen that motherfucking Bobby? That motherfucker owed me 35 motherfucking dollars. He told me he gonna pay my motherfucking money last motherfucking week. I ain't seen this motherfucker yet. I'm not gonna chase this motherfucker for my 35 motherfucking dollars. I called the motherfucker 4 motherfucking times, but the motherfucker won't call me back. I called his mama the other motherfucking day. She gonna play like the motherfucker went in. I started to cuss her motherfucking ass out, but I don't want no motherfucking trouble. But I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. The next motherfucking time I see this motherfucker and he ain't got my motherfucking money, I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head. And I'm out this motherfucker.
I said, I need a gun immediately. The guy didn't answer. No questions. He just grabbed a 12-gauge shotgun, handed it to me. I'd never even held a gun before. I'm not a dummy. I'm like, I need some bullets too. And the guy reached under the counter, put 2 box of shells on the counter. He said, all right, buddy, which box do you want? And I didn't know. One box had a picture of some ducks on it. The other box had a picture of some deer. I said, well, what's that box with them ducks? He said, oh, that there's bird shot. And then he goes just like this. I'm not exaggerating. He goes, that won't kill a man. He said, it'll just pepper him up nicely. I said, what the fuck? Pepper? I said, well, what's that box with the deer on it? He goes, oh, that there's buckshot. That'll put a hole in the goddamn truck if you wanted to. So which box do you want? And he picked the one with the deer up and shook it. I thought he was trying to trick me. I was like, do you have a box with a picture of a white dude trespassing on it? Because it's exactly the strength I'm looking for.
You not gonna kill me, goddammit! Don't take no hour to get no goddamn nut. 3 minutes. Get it. Let's haul together. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Ha. Fuck it. You know I ain't bullshit. Like we 21, 22 years old. That's when you young, you fuck all night. When you fuck from here to there, the mattress twisted and shit. Now I'm 41, you fucking one spot. Get it? 3 minutes? And we looking at each other. Good night. Shit, no, man, no. I ain't got like that.
It's gonna change everything. They are finally finna sell female Viagra. Did you hear that? That wasn't women, that was old vaginas waking up for the first time tonight. What did that nigga say? She ain't gave that pussy away since the Prohibition. That's fresh. She got cobwebs on it and everything is fresh. Saran wrap. That's right, ladies. Female Viagra is coming. It's finna change everything. The pussy game is already vicious. Wait till this old kitty cat get back on the market. They say the female Viagra is stronger than the men's. Yeah, they say even if you 62, it'll bring you back to when you was at your hottest. Look at the cougars. Wow.
You're gonna be married to a woman that knows that you ain't shit no more. A woman that's gonna look at you and go, honey, what the fuck are you doing? You're 45, you're fat, you're diabetic. You wanna die here, babe? Cause I get excited too, you know, after an MMA fight, you know, a Mexican wins, I yell out the window, I shall fuck somebody up. My wife looks at me, honey, don't forget what happened to you at Little Caesars last week. Remember, honey, your flip-flop ripped and you twisted your ankle? All the managers and employees were fucking you up. Even the guy that was there for a job interview fucked you up. They hired him after he kicked you in the head. They said, that's what I call leadership. You're gonna be married to a woman that knows that you ain't shit no more. A woman that's gonna look at you and go, honey, what the fuck are you doing? You're 45, you're fat, you're diabetic. You wanna die here, babe? Because I get excited too, you know, after an MMA fight, you know, a Mexican wins, I yell out the window, I shall fuck somebody up. My wife looks at me, honey, don't forget what happened to you at Little Caesars last week. Remember, honey, your flip-flop ripped and you twisted your ankle? All the managers and employees were fucking you up. Even the guy that was there for a job interview fucked you up. They hired him after he kicked you in the head. They said, that's what I call leadership.
Please, I don't need that. I had that in the Marine Corps. That's right. Clap. Oh, these stories I'll tell you about. I'll tell you what your reaction will be to my next story. See, when I get to the punchline, there'll be silence, giggles, and snickers, then laughs. Watch. These two girls were walking down the street, and one girl hunched the other. She said, hey, girl, look across the street. Isn't that your husband coming out the florist? She said, yes, damn it, he's got 24 roses. She said, I'm going to have to keep my legs up in the air 3 days. Her girlfriend looked at her and said, well, why don't you get a vase? That's the way to laugh, honey. That's the way. Throw your neck back and enjoy yourself. It's pretty. Wish I like white women.
My neighborhood really was just poor black and poor white. And so I hear a lot about white privilege, and I'm like, fuck, man. Missed that. I mean, I knew some motherfuckers with sweaters, okay? Don't get me wrong, you know? But I was 2 tank tops in the winter. And my black friends would get mad at me, man. Like, man, look what you did to us, man. Look what you did to us. Like, bro, do you think I would do all that shit and move right next door, bro? Now, we gonna split these plums or not, man? Fucking, we're down here together, dude. You think I took all your shit and just don't have it? Somebody else has both of our shit. And they're watching us fight over it.
You know, you look at the Mexicans, they always portray them as Dora the Explorer and all that shit. Man, I moved to L.A., I'm in the Home Depot buying some nails, and a motherfucking Mexican just walked up and grabbed, I said, hey, man. He said, I said, these ain't your nails. He said, fuck. I said, fuck you. I'm pushing the cart, and I see another Mexican. Had a Raiders jersey. I swear to God, had a Raiders jersey on. He was walking in between the cars like this. Man, my heart is beating, and he walking towards me, said, you say something to my little nephew in there? I was like, oh, my God. They was finna fuck up. He was walking towards me, and his bottom lip was shaking, but one of them stopped all of them and said, hey, it's fucking Day-Day. I was like, yeah, it's me. It was like, oh, Day-Day, what's up, bro? I'm in the parking lot for 10 minutes, talking about 15, 30. The Mexicans just standing there dancing like this.
And she said, do you mind not punching down on my people? Oh, I don't like that. Normally I would have let it go, but I was drunk. I said, what might you mean, bitch? I was careful to call her a bitch because I didn't want to blow her cover. Turns out she wasn't hiding. She was loud. She was proud. She let me have it in front of everybody. Screaming at me, all the talking points from that article. You transphobic, this and that. Kept clapping her hands in my face. Let me tell you something. I said, where you learned this from? Black bitches kept doing, let me tell you something. She kept calling transgenders her people. Isn't that weird? My people this, my people that. I said, what do you mean your people? Was y'all kidnapped in Transylvania and brought here as slaves? She said, my people have struggled for decades, honey. Decades. And I looked at them gay black dudes like, is there anything you niggas need to tell this bitch? Clifford. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. I said, excuse me? She said, I worked all week for this shit, and this show sucks. The whole crowd band together and started chanting, we want our money back. We want our money back. I said, oh shit. I snapped out of it. Good people of Detroit, hear me. Hear me now. You will never get your fucking money back. I said, I'm like Evel Knievel. I get paid for the attempt. I didn't promise this shit would be good. Boo, they said, fuck you. This went on for a long time. And then after the show, I felt so bad, I took half of the money from the show, thousands of dollars. I said, I'm gonna give this to charity. You know what I did? I bought $25,000 worth of bubble gum and drove around Detroit and handed it out to the homeless so they could chew it and still be hungry. Chris got slapped in the face at the Oscars by Will Smith, which was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. In fact, if you watch it live on television, when it happened, I thought it was fake. I did. I wasn't sure, so you know what I did? I waited 30, 40 minutes, and I called him, and he picked up. As soon as he picked up, he said, you was the only nigga I had to answer the phone for. Apparently, Obama and Oprah, everybody had called this nigga to see if everything was all right. So I asked him, I go, well, you know, he said, what? I said, well, did it hurt? And he said, yes, nigga, it hurt. Then I knew that it was real. And then, and only then, was I offended. And I wasn't just offended that he got slapped. The real offensive part was that after they slapped him, this nigga Will just sat down and enjoyed the rest of his evening. It was crazy. And people would ask me all the time. They'd say, Dave, what would you do if you were Chris Rock and Will Smith slapped you in the face? And to this day, the answer is the same. I don't know what I would have done. I've never been in a situation that extreme. But I do know now what Will Smith would not have done. That is, enjoy the rest of his evening. I've been to jail before, twice, not as a prisoner. One time was from childhood. I was suspended from school 23 times during February. I wasn't bad, though. I was just mischievous. I got hold of all my teachers' home phone numbers. At the time, I thought it was funny. I was calling in death threats. I know that's bad, man. You know, my English teacher, Mr. Johnson, I called him up. He was all nice on the phone. Hello? Johnson residence.
Is this Mr. Johnson?
Yes, it is. And who might this be?
You're a dead man, Johnson.
Who is this? Shut up, punk!
You're gonna die. Unless you change David Chappelle's grades.
Is the word pussy offensive? I asked that crowd when we was in Denver. One was a woman in the front. She's older than me, maybe around my age. Definitely a feminist. You know what I mean? Short haircut, plaid shirt, you know what I'm saying? She said, I'm uncomfortable with that word. And I was like, really? You? And then before I could ask her why, there was one other guy. He was in the balcony. Now, I don't think he was saying this to me, but he said this. Everybody heard him say it. He goes, it's delicious. I don't think I've ever heard pussy called delicious before in my life. Now, this is not to say that it's bad, but it's definitely an acquired taste. I don't think any of us tasted pussy our first time like, hey, it's good.
I went to sleep with a real big girl one time. Oh, I hope I'm kidding, many times. But this time I remembered. She woke up before me. She put on my t-shirt, my underwear. She was walking to the restroom. I was waking up looking at her. I thought that was me dying. I thought my spirit was leaving. Ooh. I started chasing her. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to lose weight no more. I just don't want to get fatter than this. This was my go. I got the situation right here. More like the repercussions.
Let me tell you something. One time I thought my wife was cheating on me. You know what I did? I waited for her to fall asleep. When I waited a long time. She's Asian. I couldn't tell if she was asleep or not. I was looking at her. And when I was sure she was asleep, I stole the iPhone, took it downstairs and started trying out passwords to see if I could open it. I couldn't figure out the password. Then I remembered it's iPhone. This has facial recognition. I was just like, oh. And then opened right up. And I saw a text message in there from a fella named Earl. I said, wake the up. Who the is Earl? It's gay Earl from the hair salon. I'm sorry, just go back to sleep. I am sorry. I guess I just been insecure because all this cheating I've been doing. Good night. She said, well, since you want to wake up, and then she pulled my phone from under her pillow. She said, who is this in this picture? I said, how'd you open that phone? She said, it was easy. All I had to do was mash my nose and go like this, and it opened right up.
It's funny when you bring up Down syndrome, you can always tell who's never been around it in their lives. Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh, like Down syndrome is the fucking end of the world. Are they okay? Are they doing okay? It's like, they're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only dudes I know having a good time pretty consistently. Sorry they're not on fucking Adderall and anti-anxiety like the rest of us. They're on fucking Capri Suns. Having a good time. Dude, my Uncle Danny sneaks grilled cheese sandwiches into restaurants just in case they don't serve grilled cheese sandwiches. It's the best. You'll be out to dinner with him, you look across the table, you see him sneaking a grilled cheese. Yo, where'd you get that cheese, Danny? His dad's with him, he's like, that fucker, he's been making them at night. I know he is. I'm not making them at night, Dad. And he'll look at you and be like, I'm making them at night.
I might smoke some weed in the middle of the night and she'll leave neatly wrapped sandwiches all over the kitchen. I'm gonna eat it. What's the big deal? Why can't she just make another one in the morning? I mean, it's like, I got sons anyway. And sons love everything their dads do. My kids would be at school the next day, just look like, oh, Dad bit my sandwich. Oh, shit! Their dad is Dave Chappelle, man. You could trade that sandwich for something better. A lot of people think I'm from the hood. That's not true. But I never bothered to correct anybody because I wanted the streets to embrace me. Like sometimes I'll hang out with rappers like Nas and them, and these motherfuckers will start talking about the projects. Yo, it was wild in the PJs, yo. And I'll be like, word, nigga, word. But I don't know. I have no idea. My parents did just well enough so that I could grow up poor around white people. And to be honest, when Nas and them talk about the projects, I used to get jealous because it sounded fun. Everybody in the projects was poor, and that's fair. But if you were poor in Silver Spring, nigga, it felt like it was only happening to you. Nas does not know the pain of that first sleepover at a white friend's house. You come back home on Sunday and just look at your parents like, y'all need to step your game up. Everything in Timmy's house works. Oh, this motherfucker makes assistant manager at Walmart. He's the youngest one in the district. He says, oh my God, if I can keep this up for 4 more years, I could be a manager. And if I can keep this up for 6 more years after that, I could even be a regional manager and have as many as 3 Walmarts under my control. And he's a big picture guy. He sees where this path is going, so he kills himself. Well, what about you? What do you want to be when you grow up? I don't want to say, because I don't want the other kids to laugh at me. Who cares if they laugh? Your dream is yours. Own your dreams so they can come true. Say it loud and proud. What do you want to be when you grow up? Little Nas X. And that nigga stood up in front of the whole class.
Because we will make up words that don't exist. Burly, you know Burly? You know Burly? I'll use it in a sentence. Hey, how long have you been here? We just barely got here. And just everyone knows, hey, they barely, didn't you hear them? They barely got here. How about, I know, huh? I know, huh? Last night you were all up. I know, huh? You ever been so drunk you started the car twice and then, and you hear a knock. It's already on. I know, huh? We never say congratulations. You ever see people, man, that are happy for other people? Oh, God, you're awesome. Congratulations. You rock. We never say congratulations. What do we say? Oh, so now you think you're up bad or what? ¿Te crees muy chingón? We'll still kick your ass. Yeah, go to the Hallmark store and look for that card. Can I help you, sir? Yeah, you don't have a I think you're up bad card? Liar, say swear to God. Swear to God. How about a you ain't shit balloon? You don't have one of those? Shit, you guys don't have nothing here. We need our own greeting cards. We need Mexicano greeting cards because the ones at the stores are too happy. We don't understand that. You need one that says, heard about your new job. You open it up. Don't fuck it up like the last time.
We're not trying to live forever. We don't want to go to the doctor. We don't want to know if we're sick. We know. All right? I know what this sounds like in the middle of the night. You're too much salt. We only put salt. We put salt on the food and we haven't even tasted it the minute it lands. We just eat. We don't want to know. Listen, prostate cancer, this is where I lose all the dudes. Prostate cancer is the #1 killer of Latino men because the only way they can check is por atrás. And your dad and your uncle are like, chale, no way. I'd rather be dead than have somebody be touching my culo. Sober? No. Nope, not sober, chale. Maybe catch me when I get home before I change and go to sleep.
My grandmother, I learned from my grandma. My grandma, 82 years old. Everything she says is negative. Everything. Grandma, you hear about Maria? What, that she's pregnant? No, she's getting married. Like I said. With blue eyeshadow. So you can see it, they keep their eyes closed. Are you gonna go to the wedding? I went to the first 3. Nada más puta que la chingada. She got 4 kids getting married in a white dress. Está loca la cabrona, white dress. No, a white dress, mira that white dress. She should get married in a white dress with black sleeves. And a hole in the front para acabarle chingar. But tell her I said hi. Bring me a plate. That's all I want.
Y'all ever notice the government treats aliens better than black people? I mean, damn. A UFO pulls up over Phoenix. Oh my God, welcome to Earth. Can we offer you some water? Here's a government grant, a secret base, maybe a Netflix deal. Meanwhile, I get pulled over and the cop looking at me like, sir, do you know why I stopped you? I said, yeah, because I was black in a Honda Civic after 10 p.m. I get it. Keep the streak alive. You know it's bad when you got to rehearse being nice just to not get shot. Like I'm in the mirror practicing like license and registration officer. No sudden moves. Smile, Dave. Smile like you at Whole Foods. Organic kale, my good man. And look, I saw AI robots dancing on TikTok the other day. Dancing. We got robots hitting the robot, y'all. Meanwhile, my uncle still got a flip phone and thinks streaming is a medical condition. Heard you got that streaming, boy. You better get that checked out. We living in a world where your fridge is smarter than your cousin. Yo, fridge texting you like, you forgot the milk, dumbass. This world's crazy, man. Aliens, robots, fridges with feelings. And I'm just trying to survive at one police stop and TikTok dance at a time.
Weed will make me like paranoid sometimes, but when there's shit that makes me nervous, weed will like help me. Like I don't like watching the news sober. The news fucking scares me, bro. Makes me sad. But if I watch news while smoking weed, bro, when I'm high, I think of all the solutions. I could save this country. Like earlier this year, they were on the news freaking out. They were like, every American social security number has been stolen. Everybody's. I was like, so then give everybody a new one. They didn't even have to report that. Just send the new ones in the mail, like, this is you now. All right. When that happened, some of my cousins from Mexico that they don't have papers, they were trying to play it off. They were like, dang, what are we gonna do now? They were like, I guess we're all the same.
Y'all ever notice the government treats aliens better than black people? I mean, damn. A UFO pulls up over Phoenix. Oh my God, welcome to Earth. Can we offer you some water? Here's a government grant, a secret base, maybe a Netflix deal. Meanwhile, I get pulled over and the cop looking at me like, sir, do you know why I stopped you? I said, yeah, because I was black in a Honda Civic after 10 p.m. I get it. Keep the streak alive. You know it's bad when you got to rehearse being nice just to not get shot. Like I'm in the mirror practicing like license and registration officer. No sudden moves. Smile, Dave. Smile like you at Whole Foods. Organic kale, my good man. And look, I saw AI robots dancing on TikTok the other day. Dancing. We got robots hitting the robot, y'all. Meanwhile, my uncle still got a flip phone and thinks streaming is a medical condition. Heard you got that streaming, boy. You better get that checked out. We living in a world where your fridge is smarter than your cousin. Yo, fridge texting you like, you forgot the milk, dumbass. This world's crazy, man. Aliens, robots, fridges with feelings. And I'm just trying to survive at one police stop and TikTok dance at a time.
And speaking of that, I get pulled over by a cop one night, 2 minutes after coming out of a Krispy Kreme drive-thru. I made a left turn instead of making a right, but I wasn't paying attention because I had a box. I was like, oh, you're going to get it when you get home. Oh, you've been so bad. You're going to get it. I'm not paying attention. I go the wrong way, right? Sure enough. Oh! I pull over. Later. I'm sitting there patiently waiting, and the cop is taking forever. I said, the hell with this, he's taking too long. I grabbed my box, I put it on my lap, I flipped it open, right? Oh, I was gonna get nasty. And just as I was about to tear it up, the cop gets to the window and says the same thing that they all say, right? You know why I stopped you? It was too easy. I looked at him and I said, because you can smell it. Oh, he was dying, man. Son of a bitch! Whatever, he let me go, man.
I was at the freak off one time and I went in the back room and Puff was in there with Carl Winslow, with Dad from Family Matters. He was smashing and I was like, Puff, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, it feels good to make another man do your bidding. And I was like, oh my God. Carl Winslow from Family Matters was there and I wasn't invited? It's worse than I thought. Or maybe I'm not ugly. I mean, look at my face. This is not necessarily a handsome face, but but it's not an ugly face. But if you really study my face clearly, I have snitch energy. Oh, I look like I'll tell. The last thing you want to see the orgy is me across the room looking at you like. Leave Carl Winslow alone. I was at the freak off one time and I went in the back room and Puff was in there with Carl Winslow, the dad from Family Matters. He was smashing and I was like, Puff, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, it feels good to make another man do your bidding. And I was like, oh my God. Carl Winslow from Family Matters was there and I wasn't invited? It's worse than I thought. Or maybe I'm not ugly. I mean, you know, look at my face. This is not necessarily a handsome face, but it's not an ugly face. But if you really study my face clearly, I have snitch energy. Oh, I look like I'll tell. The last thing you want to see the orgy is me across the room looking at you like. Leave Carl Winslow alone. I was at the freak off one time and I went in the back room and Puff was in there with Carl Winslow, the dad from Family Matters. He was smashing and I was like, Puff, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, it feels good to make another man do your bidding. And I was like, oh my God. Carl Winslow from Family Matters was there and I wasn't invited? It's worse than I thought. Or maybe I'm not ugly. I mean, you know, look at my face. This is not necessarily a handsome face, but it's not an ugly face. But if you really study my face clearly, I have snitch energy. Oh, I look like I'll tell. The last thing you want to see the orgy is me across the room looking at you like. Leave Carl Winslow alone.
You know, earlier this year, Dave and I, we did some shows together in Austin, Texas. We finished the shows, and we were in the green room together, and Dave said, what kind of night are you trying to have tonight, Aziz? And I says, you know, I'm probably going to take it easy. We went hard yesterday, and we got shows tomorrow. And he said, well, you want to eat these psychedelic mushrooms I got? They're supposed to be amazing. Sorry, Dave's family. I said, I don't know, Dave. Maybe I'll just take it easy and get some rest for tomorrow. And he said, well, Aziz, no one knows this, but tomorrow they're going to announce that I am the winner of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. And he said, what are you going to tell your kids 20 years from now, Aziz? Are you going to tell them I was there the day Dave Chappelle found out he won the Mark Twain Award and we ate mushrooms together and we had the night of our lives? Or are you going to tell them you got some sleep? And I said, Dave, you got a point. Let's eat those mushrooms. To Twain.
I don't think men should be allowed to be gynecologists. That shit is a conflict of interest. Even when my wife was pregnant, we used to go to the gynecologist. And he'd put her legs up in that stirrup like this. He'd be like, all right, Miss Chappelle, just try to relax. I push her, back up, motherfucker, I got this. Just tell me what to look for. One of those home-style checkups. There's too many ethical questions when men do that. Like, can a gynecologist lose their license for smelling their fingers during an exam? Is that illegal? How could they not? These are men. It's like if you have a good barbecue, you don't even think about it. You just... The word pussy is only offensive if you're older. People my age and younger, I don't think we dance to that shit. That song come on the radio, say, I beat the pussy up. That's on the radio. I beat the pussy up. That's a pretty harsh song. It's like nothing like a love song. There's no tracks of his tears, no midnight trains to Georgia. This man simply beats the pussy up. Unbelievable. You don't even know if he's having sex with these women. They might just pull their pants down. He'd be like, bah! G-Unit.
I got a cousin, she's 700 pounds. She called me crying the other day. I said, what's wrong? They snatching women in the neighborhood. I said, and what are you worried about? They ain't finna snatch nothing around you. You might get forklift off one of these streets. Anyway, she been running down the street where the women been getting snatched. She jogging down the street, looking in cars, trying to get snatched. She's looking in the car. She running through the park. She waving at cars. Cause you know how them big girls, they run real slow. The band that been snatching the women rode past her 5 fucking times the other night. I told her, what does that tell you? They didn't see me. I said, I don't know, fuck did they not see? They seen you. How could somebody not see a circle on the corner? A big Cheerio standing there on the corner and then nobody see you. Anyway, she got snatched. I think they snatched her last Thursday or something like that. Yeah, they snatched her. I talked to the detective. He said, Mr. Epps, she got in the van. Yeah, she got in the van. As soon as they stopped, she got in the mother.
I have a great reputation in show business, but in comedy, I'm what's known as a lazy comedian, which is crazy because I work all the time, but that's not why they call me lazy. They call me lazy because I do shows sometimes, 20,000 people be in the crowd. And I'll tell a joke, and they'll all look at me like I'm crazy. But 3 or 4 people will laugh really hard. And I'll be on stage like, yeah, that's good enough. Well, this next joke is one of those jokes that... It's not, you know what I mean? I like to tell it, but it never does good. But I'm going to do it. You know why it doesn't do good? I'm not good at impressions, but this is an impression. You ready? Okay. This is not going to work. All right, this is my impression. It's my impression of the dead people on the Titanic. He didn't let me finish. This is my impression of the dead people on the Titanic as the submersible was approaching their ship. That's good enough. All right, here it goes. I'm gonna do it. Okay, here it goes. Join us in our watery grave. funny, that's funny to me. Listen, that is a funny way to die. 20 years from now, on my 70th birthday, I'm going to take a submersible to see the submersible. Hopefully by then it should work. My wife hates that joke. You know,
I've been feeling real good, man. I recently moved out from home for the first time ever. Thank you, one person. It's a little apartment, man, but honestly, it's already gone to my head. Like, just saying I have my own place feels like I'm saying, like, I got stocks and bonds now. Like, when I walk into places, I walk in like I got options to buy now, you know? I'll be using technical terms when I walk into my friend's house. I'm like, yo, this place got square footage? Check your lease, man. Mine came with square footage, bro. I feel it. I feel like I got it like that now, man. I was at the store. I saw some kids buying chips and candy. I was like, you know what? That's on me today. One of the kids was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, it's cool. I got an apartment now. I've been trying to show that apartment off to get girls to notice me. Like, everywhere I go, I take my lease with me now. I just let it hang out the pocket a little bit. Yeah, right there. The other day, I acted like I accidentally dropped it by a girl at a bar. She was like, hey, you dropped this piece of paper. I was like, oh, damn, did I drop my 13-month lease? I said, you keep that one. That's you right there. That's you. If I'm being 100% honest, I do want to use the apartment to get girls to notice me, but man, after that deposit and this one furniture I have, I don't really have money left for girls, bro. Like I have approached one girl. I approached one girl at the bar. I was like, hey, what's up? What you drinking? And she was like, Crown and Coke. I was like, nice. That was as far as I could afford to go. But after a minute, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm going to just go for it. So I told her, could you buy me one too, please?
My sister, who was one of the people I flew in, she hadn't been in California in forever, and she was like, can we go to Disneyland? And I'm like, sure, let's go. So it was her and her husband, Gordy, and I took them to Disney. And we get on a couple of rides. And just so we're clear, that's not what made the news. No. I said that last night and someone was like, oh, because he fit. No. Some people, right? Yeah. We get on the Cars ride at California Adventure. And halfway through the Cars ride, the car stops on the track. And my sister looked at me. She goes, is this supposed to happen? I go, no, the check cleared. We're supposed to finish. This is, we paid. It's supposed to work. No, it took the Disney people about 20 minutes to come get us and take us out of the car. So we're sitting there outside in the sun for 20 minutes. I had no problem with that because I am mocha. I'm okay in the sun for 20 minutes. My sister, she's twice as dark as me. She's like freaking, Apache. She's, freaking Azteca. Her husband, on the other hand, he's from Minnesota. He almost died. Oh, don't you know? Yeah, so while we're sitting there in the car, waiting for the Disney people to come take us out of the car, the people waiting in line realize that the ride has been shut down. And so from the ride, you can see the line. People see the car on the track, and then they see who's in the car. And all of a sudden, cell phones start coming out. And by the time we left Disney, TMZ had already reported the story. And you can Google this, okay? TMZ reported the story. Before we left the park, it said, Fluffy stuck on LA freeway at Disney. I thought it was cute. I thought it was silly. I thought it was funny. I thought it was okay. Until I read the comments. Oh, some of you are dicks. One lady wrote, just because you're tall enough to ride doesn't mean you're small enough to fit. A guy wrote, the car got tired. Another guy wrote, you're Mexican, couldn't you fix it? And that was Martin, yeah.
Doesn't matter what I say. And if you at home watching this shit on Netflix, remember, bitch, you clicked on my face.
I don't give a fuck what you are doing in your life, because I'm too busy doing what the fuck I'm doing in my life. I don't give a fuck what you are doing in your life, because I'm too busy doing what the fuck I'm doing in my life.
Oh, man. The guy who wrote the song, The Hokey Pokey, died. During his funeral, they couldn't close his casket. Every time they put his right foot in, he put his left foot out.
So I'm from the old school, I'll kick a kid ass. When a kid get 1 year old, I believe you got the right to hit him in the throat or the stomach. If you're grown enough to talk back, you're grown enough to get fucked up.
So my girl started tripping out, and I started getting these weird phone calls. Finally, I got tired of it. I said, you know what? I don't need this, I don't need it. From now on, when I take off on the road, no more phone calls. Look at that guy. Yeah! Are you here by yourself?
But I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Shit no more. And I'm blessed. I'm big boned. I'm heavy structure. I'm hung low. If I pull my shit out, this whole room get dark. Kick it! Shit no more. And I'm blessed. I'm big boned. I'm heavy structure. I'm hung low. If I pull my shit out, this whole room get dark. Kick it!
Cause see, women never wake up happy with me. They wake up surprised. I'm like naked, wearing a Nacho Libre, man. I made you a hot pocket.
Take a shit is another one. Take a shit? You don't take a shit, you leave a shit. That's the whole idea. To leave it.
You ever argue with somebody who got facts from TikTok? Man, that's a new kind of stupid. This dude told me, dead serious, you know the moon is actually a hologram projected by the government. I said, how do you know that? And he goes, bro, it got 3 million likes. Oh, really? Well, damn, let me go check with the stars on Instagram. Maybe they got a rebuttal.
Puerto Ricans, you guys are like Mexicans that, have a time limit when it comes to Spanish. You speak it quick. Mexicans, we speak Spanish slow. Hey, how's it going? Aquí no más, hombre. Puerto Ricans, man. Hey, what's up? Dame más gasolina.
Sometimes the funniest thing to say is mean. You know what I mean? It's a tough position to be in. So I say a lot of mean things. But you guys got to remember, I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm saying it because it's funny. And everything's funny till it happens to you.
One time I was driving home, I saw a beautiful homeless woman. I was like, my little project runway right here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her, you know. She's only arguing with a stop sign, that's it. She's like, don't tell me what to do.
I don't give a fuck what you say. White people are friendly. You can call them up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. They just, hello? No, I'm sorry, no Shaquita here. Well, what number did you dial? No, it's a 9, not a 7. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, call me back. We'll figure this thing out.
My wife get on my motherfucking nerves 25 years, man. We had an argument before I got here, man, on the plane. We arguing. Gonna tell me what to do all the fucking time. I'm grown, dog. You know, I'm getting on the motherfucking plane. Where you going? St. Louis. Where you going after that? Milwaukee. Where you going after that? Home. What time? 12. That's the time your plane land? Maybe. Bitch, I'll be here when the fuck I get here. The bitch make me sick, you know.
One of the first mistakes you can make as a young mother or a young father is call your mom on the phone and ask her if she can watch your kids. Big mistake. You don't call her, you show up with your kids. And as soon as they start eating, you moonwalk out of there. And come back the next day.
You know, it's funny to get older because somebody, I don't know if it's a compliment, but I don't think so. Somebody said to me, hey, has anybody ever told you you look like an old George Lopez? I said, fuck yeah, I fucking feel like a fucking old George Lopez.
I used to say that there were 5 levels of fatness. Reason why I say used to say is because now there are 6. I met the new one in Las Cruces. The original 5 levels are big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn. People ask, what could be bigger than damn? The new level's called, oh hell no. I took my girl to the Apple store and I got her an iPhone. I got myself one and I said, from now on, we're texting each other. And believe it or not, she was cool with that. Because anytime she would send me a text, I would reply like that. I could be anywhere. Freaking in the bathroom, freaking cling. What are you doing? I'm blowing it up. I love you, Sand. And she'd reply, oh my God, me too, I love you.
You ever notice old people don't text back? They mail you their response. Like I sent my grandma a text just saying, I love you. 2 weeks later, I get a handwritten letter. It says, I love you too. P.S. Don't get the vaccine. Now I'm sitting there confused like, Grandma, are you expressing love or recruiting me for a conspiracy theory? I ain't gonna lie, part of me wanted to believe her. Because if anybody knew what was really going on, it's a 93-year-old black woman with a rotary phone and a landline.
Racism is a bitch. I mean, white people, you gotta know. It fucks you up, but what it does to black people is a bitch. Because no matter what it's hard enough being a human being. It's really fucking hard enough just to be that. Right? Just to go through everyday life without murdering a motherfucker. It's hard enough just to walk through life decent as a person. But here's another element added to it when you're black. Your mother's got that little edge on us. Is enough to make you crazy.
You could be in the middle of a fucking tragedy. If you heard an Australian accent, you'd still be like, you know what I mean? Like if there was like an Australian guy in the office on 9/11, it was like, oh fuck, look out! Like, oh no, there's another one. Get down. Oh, fuck, it's hot up here. Gonna have to jump out. No.
I caught my father cheating on my mom when I was 16 years old. The same day he caught me smoking weed. I saw him with another woman. We both looked at each other. He didn't say shit. I didn't say shit. I would come home late from school. He would look at me and say, where the fuck you been? Nah, where the fuck you been? How come you smell like marijuana? How come you smell like food we don't have in this house?
ISIS is fucking scary. Because if ISIS catches you, they're going to cut your head off. That's what they do. I've seen them do it on YouTube. It was fucking awful. He looked right in the camera and say, Obama, I am back. I saw that shit. I said, oh my God. Don't like. How is this guy cutting people's heads off on YouTube? I can't even post a dick pic, and this motherfucker is decapitating people. I'm gonna have to change my settings.
Bro asked me for $100 this afternoon. $100, shit. The fuck? You must think I'm a goddamn idiot. Shit, I'd give me 50 cents worth of cold cream and hit this summit. And wake up in the morning satisfied with $99.50 my motherfucker.
I live in Hawaii in a place, I wanted to go to a place where there was no people, and I found a place. There's 500 people live where I live, and they're brown. And I like that because you can sleep at night. You know, because you live around white people in the country, anything could happen. Not that I don't trust white people, it's just that in the night, you know what I mean? I don't know, something happens to white people, you start drinking, and when you hear one of them others go,
Easy with the voices. Once I got with my girlfriend, she used to think it was cute, but then, you know, I scared her. One night we're in the room and she's like, ooh, what are you gonna do to me? And I was like, you're gonna get it. Stop doing that. We used to role play. We used to play White House. Oh, that was so much fun back in the day. I'd wake her up at 3 in the morning. She's like, who is it? I was like, you know who it is.
Ay, señor, I don't speak English.
Hell yeah.
So, a lot of times, you know, they read to the kid in the womb. So they're already learning before they're even outside, before they're even born. The parents read to them. If you're a fucking Latino kid in there, you're like, who the fuck is out there talking? Trying to fucking sleep, they fucking keep... Every night they fucking talk to me at the same fucking time. Be throwing a fucking patada. Hey, fuck. Como chingan? Fucking, hey. I'll talk to you when I get out.